man, maybe I'm just not good at this. Maybe I just don't know how to do this. I guess I'm not. People are gonna find out eventually that I'm not good at this.
I have the same
You know?
thing. If I
Like,
go
yeah.
to work, I hope I remember how to
Yeah,
do
exactly.
this. I hope I bring something worthwhile.
Yeah.
You know.
What are we even doing?
What are we even doing?
Hey, hi, you found my YouTube channel. What the heck? It's Kyle MacLachlan. Come on, subscribe, smash the button, hit it, punch it, let's go. We've already started, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
Welcome
we
to
have.
What Are We Even Doing? This is the podcast where I am Kyle. We sit down with your favorite actors, musicians, creators of all type, and we talk process, creative process, and we get weird. We get weird in a good way.
Love it.
Today, we have singer, songwriter, DJ, Swedish icon, absolutely.
Thank
Tove Lo is here with us.
Perfect pronunciation.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. It sort of rhymes with to LaRue, an Irish lilt chanty. Anyway,
great,
and so
great.
that's how I planted it.
Love it.
So glad that you're here.
I'm so happy to be here.
We were talking just before the show started, talking a little bit about the high school that you went to, and I was sort of saying it's like the high school of the performing arts. Could you pronounce it for me?
Rytmus, Musikgymnasiet. Yes, it's just Rytmus, the music high school, basically. Yeah. Yeah.
Very simple, very straightforward.
Yeah.
In Stockholm, and you were there for 3 years, right? So it was a high school experience.
You do like regular subjects too, and
Right.
then you have like, I would say it's almost like 50-50 music and then like normal subjects, you know.
Right.
When I went there, it was quite hippie-ish still. My parents, who are not from a music background, my mom's a therapist, my dad's like in tech, so they were quite like, yeah, you can apply. And they actually, they admitted this to me. They were like, we didn't think you were probably good enough to get in. So they're
But they
like,
didn't
let
say
her
that.
apply.
They
and
were
then
thinking that, but they
they were
didn't say
thinking
that.
that. They didn't tell me that, obviously. And then I applied and I got in. It's like based on your audition and your grades, basically.
Yeah.
And I had really good grades, so I think that did help me to that final step.
Very good.
And I remember for me, it was such a foreign like thing. It was so, because at the time, like I loved singing, but I didn't even know, I couldn't even tell you what instruments were in a song. Like I didn't know. So I think we would do these like lunch concerts where basically my vocal teacher would tell me like, okay, all of you singers have to now go ask musicians to play a song with you during like lunch hour. So like, and then you have to put rehearsal together. It's like just to practice to be a professional performer.
That is fantastic.
And so I did the first 6 months acoustic because I couldn't tell what instruments were in a song. So I didn't know which band members to
So you
ask.
just sang a cappella?
I just sang like, I had one guitar sometimes and then be like, and then after a while she like confronted me. She's like, do you not know, can you not tell like who to ask, or like why are you always doing like an acoustic set? You need to like advance. And I was like, I don't know if there's like bass or guitar or piano, I can't tell. And so I had to practice that. That's how like, you know, fresh I was.
But you had this desire in you to like, because you knew, I'm imagining growing up, singing was very important to you, music was very important to you.
Yeah.
And you were like, okay, this is something that I think I
Yeah.
might want to do professionally at that time. Did you have a...
I think I was like, actually what was kind of brought the like real dream that it was possible out of me was that I had a friend who, when I was in middle school, who was in like a teen pop group called Play. And they actually toured, they opened for Destiny's Child in Scandinavia, and they toured around the US with like Aaron Carter and did all these
Oh my
like kind
God,
of
so they had
mall
success.
tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even a
and
mall
they-
tour, that's okay.
Yeah, you know,
Like,
it's,
come on.
that was a big thing.
That works.
And so I went and visited her on tour, and I remember being like, oh, this is like a real thing that you could do. Like, and that kind of sparked this like, you know, big dream in me.
Yes.
So when I went to this high school and kind of saw that, like, you know, and all the teachers were musicians who, you know, were kind of like teaching and then playing in their bands, and then they kind of were doing both, and it kind of felt like, oh, like you can have a life and like that where music is the main part of your life. So
How inspirational.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think it's so important. This is really important for kids, I think, is to go, if you have an interest in something, go have an experience when it's being done professionally. You know what I mean? Because it just opens up even the floodgates open,
Yeah,
I think.
completely.
If you feel the same way.
Yeah,
I remember
agree.
seeing a play for the first time. I remember seeing a couple of musicals for the first
Yeah.
time when I was in junior high and high school. And I was absolutely just, oh my God, you know.
When did you know that was what you wanted to do? Like, when did you get the bug?
The
so to
bug
speak?
happened
Yeah.
in junior high and high school. I was like, oh, I want to do this. And But I was also very resistant. It was my mom that actually said, "You have to go," because she was very musical. She said she's heading up the musical department for this teen theater group that existed in my hometown, right, very small town. And I was like, I don't want to go. This is not cool, you know. But she got me to go, and I immediately was like, well, this is so great, because it was social. You know, you're around with kids, you know, you're kind of figuring stuff out. These are kids from other schools, different girls that you've never seen before. So I was like, oh, that's interesting too.
Yeah.
And that just sort of started this process. And so suddenly I kind of veered into this sort of more drama focused, although I didn't take any classes in school, like in high school. They had drama school classes. And I was like, no. But I did the plays. We did a fall play and a spring musical. And I was in every one of those. And also at my school, it was a thing, I'm going on and on, but it was a thing where that was okay. It wasn't like you weren't fringe. You were like, oh, okay, you were sort of not necessarily cool, but you weren't also, you know, ostracized.
You weren't like, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So you were like, okay.
That's good, because I do think that thing can sometimes deter people from going for it, even if they're interested in and curious and love it. The staple that comes with it sometimes in certain schools.
There's a stigma that can happen. And then I went to college, and I was like, well, I gotta get serious about what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, no more drama. And but I couldn't resist
stay
the pull.
away. Yeah.
So I got pulled back, and there just happened to be a great program where I was going to school at the University of Washington at that time, and I got accepted.
Amazing.
And that sort of started it.
So it's like the universe kind of like, no, come on, pushing you in the direction.
Did that.
Yeah.
And it feels like maybe for you as well. It sounds like with your parents not coming from an artistic background necessarily. Maybe I'm sure there was an appreciation, but
yeah, I mean, I will say my parents are amazing, and they're so supportive, you know, now. But I think in the beginning, when I was like, this is what I want to do, they were like, please no, please get a real education, please don't do this kind of thing, you know.
Is that what they were thinking, or did they say
they said that? They said that very clearly. It was kind of like, because I finished high school and I'm like, I'm not going to university, I'm just gonna pursue music, and they were like, so we don't like that. But then they were like, all right, you're on your own, you know, do what you want to do, but no, you know, you're not getting any.
They'd seen you, right?
Yes, but you know, at the time I was playing in a very sort of like mathematical, like prog rock band that was like heavily inspired by Zappa. You know, it wasn't like I don't think it wasn't
Zappa.
really. And I was playing these like really kind of just shitty bars all over Stockholm, and like, you know, so they were just they're like, how is this gonna? And actually, it is a funny thing, because when I kind of finally started kind of getting more into pop and making pop music, I had, you know, written like Habits Stay High, still to this day my biggest song.
It's
like,
huge. Over how many, a billion? Like.
A billion something.
A
billion something.
I mean, that is crazy, and it's a great song.
Thank you.
And that was kind of your first.
That was my first, like, kind of step onto the stage, so to speak. But there was also my first. I put it out independently first, and then I got a record deal after that song was like kind of blowing up. But so I did a video for it that kind of put together myself with friends. I had like, you know, and I kind of did like a trade off with this. Fancy venue in this suburb out where my parents live, to like, can I shoot here if I come and like perform 2 songs? And you're like, disco night? And they're like, yes. I went to the old bakery where I used to work and be like, can I get a ton of your cakes that are about to expire? And they're like, yeah, we'll give you those. So that, and then like, I made this first video, which is like me and my friends throwing cake at each other, basically.
That's perfect.
And my parents saw it and they were like, she's really messed it up. She's built all these contacts that she's going to send this to, and everything's just going to go to shit. Like, what are we going to do? And then they realized, they said this to me too, like when I put that out and I got the reactions that I got, basically getting a record deal, they were like, we realized like, oh, we have no idea what she's doing, but she does. So we're just going to let her go for it.
That's fantastic of your parents to realize that, and to not like just cut off and reject.
No, exactly. They're like, we're so proud of you, honey, but what is this? You know,
we don't know, but you're obviously doing something right.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Which I love. That's a very, I think, speaks to them as people, that they're like, you know, not too set in their ways. They're like, they're down to change and be wrong and like see things a different way. And I think that's really cool.
That is very cool. Yeah. Is that sort of Swedish way, kind of, or not so much?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I think Swedes in general are quite accepting, but I think it's more just my parents, how they are. Yeah.
That's a beautiful story. No, I think my parents had similar kind of thing.
Yeah.
My dad was like, I would like you to take an economics class in college. And I was like, okay. And I think I I don't even know if I passed, but because I was just like, I have no idea what they're talking about. But I did because I said, okay. But then he was really happy because I would go away to summer and do summer stock, and I wouldn't ask him for money because you'd make like $30 a week and room and board was taken care of. You can survive on $30 a week, for goodness sakes. I mean, you certainly can when you're 19 and 20. So I wasn't bothering him. So he's like, oh, okay, well, maybe, And then I got my first film and it was like, oh, actually, well, good for you.
Yeah, good for you. You know what? Keep doing it.
You're
keep going.
doing okay. The acting thing, and I know you did The Immigrants, and was that the
first and only film?
First and only film.
Yes.
And your experience?
I honestly, I loved it. It was it was such a different experience to being an artist. I thought, like as a singer performer.
Yeah.
The feeling of like kind of you're really in the hands of the director. I thought, and that was kind of calming in a way. Because I was like, I'm just going to do my best, and then he's just going to tell me when it's good enough.
Right,
kind of thing.
Right.
But it was interesting because I was working with these really established Swedish actors. So they really took great care of me, which is, that's not,
it's nice
it's not always exciting to have to hold someone's hand through, but they really did. But there was one thing that I thought was interesting that this director loved to do. He wanted us to shoot like the scenes for a really long time. So not, do a take, pause, different angle, do a take, which apparently that's what the other actors were mostly used to.
Okay.
So we would do like 8-minute scenes, just like, do a whole argument all the way through like 10 times instead of doing the like cut and reset. And,
so you just start back at the beginning and go again.
Which to me felt almost like a play-like maybe, where it's like there's no, and so that to me actually, I really like that because then I was in the, it's kind of like I compare it to like when I'm recording. I would rather sing through the whole, like at least the whole verse or the whole pre-chorus, so that I get the feeling all the way through. Because if I have to stop every sentence, which some people like to record that way, I get really like, then I feel like it gets mechanical and I don't bring the emotion.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like that suited me in my brief acting career to do like like the long scenes like that.
Yeah, I like that process too.
Yeah.
But I love the process of continuing. And that's interesting you equate that with your process of performing. I can't imagine stopping and starting, singing production. Yeah. And I know you do. And sometimes in filmmaking, it's the same thing. You just this sentence, we just need this line.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, and you pick it up, but there's no feeling of flow.
No, exactly.
And you feel like you're kind of like a puppet, sort of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like that in obviously, like I kind of get to do a little bit of acting in my own music videos. I just like make that happen for myself.
I mean, they're amazing. I really want to talk about those because they're visually so compelling.
Thank you.
And you're so committed to the performance. It's amazing.
Thank you. I love to, if it's a director that I really trust and I've worked with before and I know is a great storyteller, then I'm very down to like go with what they come up with. If they send me back a treatment, like usually I send the song and then they come back with a treatment idea. And if I love the treatment idea, then I want to go with that all the way through and like trust their instinct. But I will very much I have a lot of freedom to put, my sort of character into it the way that I want to. And they usually, I think every time it's been like a relief for them, I think, when I'm like coming in with the right sort of energy. And that's very much a collaboration. I just love to work with people where I really trust them as much as they trust me, if that makes sense. So I feel like if they sent back a treatment that I was like, I mean, I love them as directors, but I don't love this idea, maybe we can make it work, then I'd rather just not do it. Then I'll go to someone else. Because otherwise you're going to have that constant battle all the way through.
Their instinct, their impulse, whatever they come back to you with, if it doesn't work for you.
Even if I love them, I have to say no.
Because they don't quite get it. And you want the person to get it the first time out. Or at least present something to you that is, I like that. It's deeper, it's richer, or they've expanded it,
Exactly.
And that doesn't always happen.
No. It's the same thing when you create anything, I guess. Like when we write a song together with someone that I love working with, but it doesn't mean we write a great song every single time. And you have to just be like, this wasn't the one. And then you try again. Or it's like a... it's always a moving target, I guess,
I wanted to ask you about how the heck you found this monastery in Sao Paulo. I'm like, because that is such a...
Isn't it an incredible building?
Incredible, disturbing, kind of, you understand.
I walked through this one hallway like by myself and I swear I was like, who's following me? And because there's all these like all these kind of bunk rooms, like rooms with just bunk beds all along this big hallway. You can see me walking through it in the video, and it like there was a presence all the time. And as you know, we were there into the nighttime, and I was supposed to stand. There's one scene where like I'm standing kind of outside waiting to like go into frame, and I was standing there by myself, and I was like, can someone come just be back here with me? Because I'm honestly terrified. Like I feel like at any moment someone's just gonna come and like put their hands on my shoulder.
And just say hello.
I could feel but it was that was the director Nogari from Brazil. He lives in Sao Paulo. I worked with him on we did a video for Borderline.
Okay.
That was a song from my last album.
Yep.
And he, I just loved working with him, loved his sort of, he loves getting quite dark and twisted. And so I thought like this could be the perfect thing for him.
Great. So you sent the idea and he responded and said, I got a place.
We basically sent me and my creative director had this, we'd already built the sort of visual world for the album, for Estrus, and which was kind of like, the visual idea is like me breaking free from a cult to let my sort of inner feral cat roam free.
Right.
And the cult kind of just represents any sort of place where you have to conform and can't be your true self.
Yeah.
So whatever that is in your life,
Yeah.
But I also am just so obsessed with cult imagery and just am kind of fascinated by cults in general. So it was fun to do something in that world.
Yeah.
But so we kind of sent just the mood board and the visual world idea to Nogari. And then he was like, I think I have the perfect location. And it was like an hour or so outside of Sao Paulo. So every morning at like 6 a.m. we got on a bus, like all of us together, and rode out to this place.
Location.
Yeah,
sure.
On location.
Yeah.
But it was stunning. Like that place was so, stunningly haunted.
Yeah, and abandoned. I mean, it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Part of me was like, I feel like I should go and get like remarried there, like with my current husband. We could like a re-wedding thing or something.
Yeah, go back there and maybe smudge it a little before you.
Yeah. Just like clean it up a little bit.
I want to ask you a little bit about this. You returned home to a little fishing village where you used to, I guess, vacation as a little girl with your parents, I'm assuming. Do you have brothers and sisters? I don't know.
I have one brother.
One brother. Okay.
Yeah, he's 1 year older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, to sort of bring back that period of time in your life, I'm guessing, or to use that as a creative
I think
base or
so I think what I realized like with this I did write a little bit of my last album there, and I was just kind of testing it out, and I loved it so much. And I realized when I was starting the process for my latest one for Estrus, I kind of got writer's block at first. Because me and Ludwig, who I make pretty much all of my music with since day one, we had a month together in LA, like end of 2024, I think it was. We started out like, usually we just get together and we like write cool shit. And it's like, we got this. Yeah. And we spent a month like not really getting anything. And that was the first time that's happened. And I think I really took him for a ride. I'm like, no, not that. I don't know about this. And I don't know what I want to say. And like, no, I hate these lyrics. And I was really like kind of bringing a very negative energy, to be honest.
Okay.
I felt pretty bad for him. He was really like trying to like keep my inspiration up. But I was, and I think after that month, we were both like, I don't know, man. I don't think we got anything good. And I think that knocked my confidence quite a lot. Yeah. And he, maybe his a little bit, but he was still, I think he was more positive about like, where are you going to find it? Like, what do you mean? Come on.
Been doing this for a long time.
And it's funny, like how I'm still that person where it's like the creativity, if I write a bad song, I have a bad session like a few times in a row, I'm kind of like, man, maybe I'm just not good at this. Maybe I just don't know how to do this. I guess I'm not. People are going to find out eventually that I'm not good at this.
I have the same thing. If I go to work, every time I go to do a new thing or do something, I'm always like, God, I hope I remember how to do
exactly.
this. I hope I bring something worthwhile.
And I think that shows also that like you're always evolving. That I think it's a good thing not to get complacent about your talent. But
yes.
But he was like, just go live life, write for other people, do other things, like get out of your head for a while, and then let's get back into it when you're ready. So then I did that for a while, and then I was like, I think I need to go to Sweden. I need to like shed all the layers that comes with, speaking in a different language every day, being somewhere where I moved as an artist, getting rid of all the layers to just go back to the root of me. And I think Sweden being such a like seasonal place, I feel like a lot of, everyone takes 2 months off in the summertime, whether you're in school or working or whatever.
Right.
So much like accumulates into those 2 months in the summer. Like heartbreak, like emotional growth, like physically, like everything that like has happened throughout the year, you're processing there, And so this place is where it's called Torekov. It's like a small fishing village on the west coast. It's completely abandoned in the winter months. Like there's no one there. My parents both separately would go there as children. Didn't know each other then, obviously. So
Oh my gosh.
both
Okay.
of like all of my dad's family, all of my mom's family, everyone is there in the summertime. So like it's so much just like history, and like I went through so much there of just like my internally and externally. And so going there in the off season when it's like, it feels like a movie set. There's just like, it's like the Truman Show. It's just like no one around, but it's like beautiful little wooden houses and by the water and like
super quiet.
super quiet.
Yeah.
And so me and Ludwig go back, we get back there. It's just me and him in this house, like in the studio. And we just like lock in for another month. And I think even night one, just like got drunk, got in the studio, and immediately we're like, oh, this is what the album is. This is the journey. Like this is the story I want to tell. This is the sonic landscape. And from there, and that was in I think like February 2025. And then we really got on like a good
Amazing.
Once you find that first thing, the first thing that like is the core and identifies where you want to take it, then it kind of just, then you can play.
Yeah.
Then you can relax. And
Do you remember what the first song was? Remember what came?
Yeah, so one of the first ones was the song Die for My Art with a Lonely Heart, which I think kind of shows that sort of the identity crisis that I think a lot of creatives maybe go through, where it's like, at least for me, when I started out and I started to get, attention for my music, I put everything else I cared about in my life on the back burner. It was like, if you were my friend or family or loved one, it was like, sorry, I can't focus on you. I don't even care that much. This is like music is the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
And then you learn after a while that it's, not every situation is life or death when it comes to your career.
Right,
And it's and there will be more opportunities, even though you should, try and seize them as many as you can. And also, if you're not treating the people you love in a good way, then you're going to lose them. So knowing that, there's like that constant struggle of balance where you're like balancing your being a good person to the people you love, but also being a good creative and giving everything you can to your art. And finding that balance is such a, and like, will the art suffer if I compromise? Will the, that kind of, those questions.
These are questions that I think every artist can relate to.
Yeah.
And certainly I have a family, and when I'm home, and I'm, making breakfast for my son in the morning, and do that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm working.
Yeah.
And to be able to hold both of those, it's not easy.
No, it's not. And nowadays, I warn my parents, I warn everyone around me, like, okay, I'm about to go into album mode. This, remember what happens? My schedule changes all the time. You never know where I'm going to be. So I'm going to do my best to come and see you, but I can't promise. Yep. And they're like, great, but so what's the plan? So
when can we see you?
Yeah, when can we see you? But so at least now I've gotten better at like kind of, and not, I think the main thing that happened was like when I would promise or like say that I would be there because I really wanted to, and then not showing up was worse than me saying, I don't know if I can't promise anything. That's actually better it's better to disappoint immediately than build it up and disappoint later.
Yeah.
I think that was a big.
Yeah, but they must understand. I mean,
they do.
I mean, I don't write music. I mean, but I think the idea of creating an album, the submersion that you have to do, and immersion in that space, in that world, in that creative place, because Estrus is, to me, is quite primal. I feel, and I think you have to be in that space. You have to live in that space. I mean, it's not unlike you think of some actors who take on a role that is so overwhelming, so difficult, so powerful that they want to stay within the world of that character while they're working, and everyone works differently.
Yeah,
the different layers of that.
That seems so. It's like the method acting thing, like or like is that what you call it? Like
you sort of stay in that.
You stay
space.
in the. But that's not. It feels so, because I feel like it's a lot of times that's usually for like a heavy role. Yeah. And I feel like it must be so emotionally taxing.
Well, this is the thing, because I agree with you. Yeah. I feel like it's. Everyone has their own skill, their own technique, and how they work on it. Okay, but when you're working for the day, it's 12-hour minimum day. To carry the load of that for that length of time, I'm with you. I find it incredibly exhausting and tiring. I think there are ways that you do it, and I think you modulate a little bit. You know, you stay in the character when you're working deep in the moment and all that. And then when you're, you know, it's cut or you're moving, you just kind of turn the heat down a little bit. You know what I mean? And then you float along and you're okay. Then you kind of submerge again. And it's this process of this to me.
But like you need to come up for air at times, right?
I agree.
Like, yeah.
I agree. Not everyone does
wants that. Yeah.
Yeah. Or works that way.
That's still like the real like suffering for your art thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where it comes from.
Right. It's like, because I'm the same way. It's like, I don't want to completely disregard my life. Yeah, there are certain things that have to kind of step back a little bit, but you know, my core family and everybody around me is like, no, I'm present there. And I think they understand. One thing that I wanted to ask you about, so you also write for other artists. How does that work? So you're writing a song and you're like, oh, I really think I could do this. You know, what goes through your mind? I mean, how do they give
like,
do they
so
give you something?
What are you feeling today?
Yeah,
it's kind of that.
How
you
does
know,
it work?
It is a different part of my brain a little bit. I've talked about this with other artists, also write for others. Like Charli XCX does a lot of that, or has done a lot of that too.
Yeah.
And we talked about how like weirdly you're almost more proud when a song you've done for another artist like, you know, is good and like comes out, and it's like you almost feel more like, oh wow, that I did that, you know, because when it's your own, when you're in charge of your own thing and you're writing your own songs, you're like, you know what's you, and you're so comfortable in your own like expression. So when you're going into someone else's space in a way, and you're in a room with another artist and you're kind of like, so what's been going on in your life?
So you actually sit down.
Do you want to share? Like, yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's like you give a little of yourself, and then depending on how open or comfortable they feel with you, they'll give some of themselves, and then you can find a way to say something really personal, either in a very metaphorical way or in a very blunt, clear way, depending on how they're feeling. But to me, I usually try and really get into their headspace and like think about their voice and melodies that fit their voice. And it's very important to me that it's like no part of me goes in there thinking like, okay, this is me writing as from me. It's like I'm trying to just kind of be a vessel for them. Channel them. Yeah.
You know, it's the kind of thing you do, I try to do with a role. I'm taking on this role. So I'm trying to understand who this person is, you know, and I'm trying to intuit based upon what I'm reading. Okay, this is what I'm reading in the script, but what's really happening here?
Yeah.
You know, what's going on? Who is this person and why are they making these choices, using these words, choosing the way to do this? It's a weird space. It's like this sort of shimmery space here where you know it's not really clear yet, but then you get a little glimpse of something. You're like, oh, okay. You catch this little
and this like
sense of
this
things.
Person starts to take shape. Like it's like a part of you, but it's a new being, so to speak. Like, do you ever? Because when I did the acting classes, my acting coach, when I was having like an argument in the script, he's like, who is this person? Who, like, what is the feeling you get from the scene? Like, how is the character feeling? And I'd be like, oh, hurt, misunderstood, belittled. Can you think back to a moment in your life where a person did this to you, and like then kind of make that person the character you're like screaming at? And that felt kind of like it kind of brought up a lot of, you know, past trauma stuff or just like past conflicts that I was like had let go. So it was kind of emotionally quite intense.
Yes.
And I wonder if it's like it would have been an equally successful but kind of easier path to kind of actually step out of myself and actually kind of try and just pick up on the energy of this fictional person and make her into a real person that wasn't necessarily related to me.
Right.
Is this too woo-woo now? I don't know.
I think because I would interpret that as being there's a couple ways in, obviously.
Yeah.
When you bring it to the scene, I find trying to put somebody else there is a lot of work and a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And instead, there's this great thing called what if. And it's like, what if what's happening is real? And so you just step into that, and if you can just say, okay,
I like that.
What if? And that way, you know, what's happening is like, those things will come out of you.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah, I like that. That's the thing. It feels like it's like a cathartic when you like.
Yes.
Yeah, again, like couldn't relate to when you write a song about something that you've gone through and maybe you haven't like fully said out loud how you've really felt about it yet, and then you put it in the song, and it's like it can kind of almost make you shake a little bit, but once you've done it, it's like your shoulders just drop.
Yeah,
you know, it's something I've thought about a lot because I'm still, the way that I write is so like like diary style, journalistic, just like kind of saying the quiet part out loud, you know?
Sure.
And that's the only way that I can write where I feel like, oh, I believe in this is real for me. And this is like what, if I try to sort of start to think about, oh, but if I say this, how am I going to be perceived? If I start to think about how people are going to feel when they hear my songs, then instantly I lose the connection to the writing that I need. That's also why I think it's good for me to go somewhere remote and kind of be in a bubble a bit for when I'm writing, because then I'm just like, it's me, my thoughts, just, you know, putting them down on paper. And then I'm just kind of okay with like, yeah, you know this about me now, but so many people feel the same way. It's like, it is that like, you know, you're unique, but so is everybody else.
Yeah, I think it's one of your great strengths. I think you say things, you write about things that are
kind of embarrassing.
Well, they're revealing, you know, but at the same time, we're like the human experience. You're like, oh, I felt that way.
And I feel that with my fans, like when I meet them at shows or just like, you know, anywhere in the world. And it's very much like, I feel like you put words to my feelings. Like that's like the biggest compliment that I can get.
That's amazing. Every one of our games is deranged, just so you know.
I'm ready.
Yeah. This is a game that we called Wait, Wait, Who Sang That Tune?
Oh,
wait,
okay.
Wait, who sang that tune? We'll get into it when we get back.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for your ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back. We're back. And before we even start, we just have to describe how we look.
They'll never recognize you.
We are wearing oversized earbuds. And you may wonder how that works, but think of it as like we've got a cap, sort of a cap on. But the cap is a full, so all our little faces are peeking out.
Yeah, it's giving spacesuit a little bit.
Yes,
you know, like old school, like Donald Duck kind of space hat or something.
I didn't even ask you about Josie and the Pussycats, and now I'm regretting it. I'm regretting it because I grew up with Josie and the Pussycats. That's 1970. Hello.
The real one.
The real one, yeah, back in the day. But we'll have to talk about that. We can talk about that after the interview. Okay.
Great.
So this is a segment we designed just for you.
Amazing.
It's called Wait, Wait, Who Sang That Tune? ? We are honoring your incredible ability to span music genres and collaborate with some of the world's top artists. So I am going to read song lyrics from a few of your collaborator songs, but not the songs you made with them, obviously.
Okay.
You will have to tell me who sang that tune.
Okay.
I just can't get you out of my head, boy. Your lovin' is all I think about.
Kylie Minogue.
Oh, very.
I just can't get you out of my head.
Right away.
Yes.
Very good. This is going to be easy. I'm glad you know it because
Obsessed with her, obviously.
Okay, here we go. We go together better than birds of a feather, you and me. We change the weather, yeah. I'm feeling heat in December when you're around me.
How is this not kicking in my brain?
We change the weather, yeah.
Oh, Phineas.
Ah, almost.
No.
But I love Phineas. In fact.
Oh my, Nick Jonas.
Yes.
Go, bro.
Sucker.
Of course. How did I not catch that?
It's all right.
He tricked you, though.
You know what?
It was my
Birds of a
reading.
Feather was a Billie Eilish red
What
herring.
will we do when we get old? Will we walk down the same road? Will you be there by my side, standing strong as the waves roll over? When the nights are long, longing for you to come home all around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go.
That's a beautiful lyric.
Not the way I read it, but it's a beautiful lyric. Yeah.
Well done. I started out so strong, but I cannot.
What will we do when we get old?
What will we do when we get old? When we walk on the same-
Oh, Major Lazer.
You see?
I honestly say that, like, the melody instantly, the lyric,
Yeah.
I'm like, I have no idea what this is. What will we do when we get old? Yeah, and I love
Oh, see, that's a very good interpretation, Maia.
Well, you went deep. I like this.
Yeah.
This is like the deep cuts.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you need me, whenever you want me, you know you can call me. I'll be there shortly. Don't care what your friends say, because they don't know me. I can be your best friend, and you be my homie. Whenever you need me,
How am I not?
whenever want me.
Wiz Khalifa?
Yay!
I'm like forgetting everyone I've ever worked with.
No.
But like there's so many, we had to even like attempt to narrow down
like
this
the list is
It was
the list
crazy.
is long.
You're
The list is
getting
so
these.
long.
Yes.
You're getting this. I love
And I love him. He was so it was such a just joy working with him for that song. He was so such a legend.
I went my own way and I made it. I'm your favorite reference, baby.
Oh, Charli XCX.
Yay!
One more. You're killing it.
The last one, you're good. The lights go out and I can't be saved. Tides that I tried to swim against have brought me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg and plead. I can't even try to sing it.
Coldplay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very done. Very
Yes.
good. Very good.
Of
I was gonna
course.
say, you
That's
think
what,
this game is fun, right?
it's super fun. No, it's super
But
fun.
but that's your song with.
I'm going through the the
We've just
lights
burned
go
brain
out and I
cells.
can't be saved. Obviously.
Odd.
I'm like so funny for being such a I'm such a lyricist and I'm like I don't know any of these words.
You did. You got the majority of
But
them.
melody combined.
Melody, yeah.
Instant.
That's
Good
what
job.
happens.
Good job.
Yay.
You know, I
yay.
try.
That was
B
nice.
minus.
And you're
B
a good
minus.
No, I think more. I think definitely A.
And you're a good
Every
sport.
day.
yeah,
A minus.
A for sure. I just thought it was beautiful.
I like to perform well.
She's a type A, Swedish overachiever.
Yes.
That's exactly right. But I want to. So now I want you to talk about what's coming and what you got
Yes.
the new album, everything. It's all very exciting.
Yes, I have my 6th album coming called Estrus.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It feels crazy. But yeah, estrus is the biological word for
Animals.
female animal in heat,
Yeah.
ready to procreate, and it's kind of, you know, like you said, it has that very primal, animalistic, but still very vulnerable feeling all the way through.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like it's an album of a lot of emotions and questions, but no answers.
Right.
And I've come to terms with that I don't
Yes.
know everything.
Yep.
I'm doing a tour around it in September, all over North America, and
Right.
then
Are you starting in
Europe.
Nashville? Am I
I'm
right?
starting in Nashville,
Which is a great
Yes.
little town.
Yeah.
I love that place.
Actually, before even the album is out, so it's going to be a fun kind of. It's rare for me to play songs for my fans when they've never heard them before, like,
Right.
and so that's going to be kind of a cool experience to see which ones they react to naturally and like
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming.
Thanks so much for having me. I love this. This was a really fun conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it
Yeah.
too.
Me too.
Your creative energy, your creative process is so interesting to me, and thank you for
Thank you.
sharing how that works. So,
Same. Thank you.
I don't know if we solved what we've been doing, but we're having fun.
No, we don't know, but that's kind of the beauty
It's kind
of
of
life.
perfect for the
Yeah,
album, right?
it
What are we
is.
even doing?
Yeah.
Because there's no answers.
What are we even doing?
We're just
There's-
asking questions.
Exactly.
Okay.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Super, thank you.
Thank you
A
so much.
pleasure.
Thank you.
We have to wear these all day now.
Yeah, exactly.